Hey guys, what's up? This is GaLm and welcome to another update video. Specifically, welcome to the first update video of 2017. We have made it through yet another year. We have made it through 2016, and boy, that was an interesting one. I am back from my holiday trips, and we have so many things to talk about, some of which I'm sure you've already guessed at because the title will kind of spoil a little bit of that. But yeah, no, we have a lot to talk about. This is going to be kind of talking about the last year that has passed by and my hopes for 2017. But before we get into those, let's get into the big announcement, and that is I'm going to be moving. Kind of spoiled by titles and descriptions, but yeah, I am going to be moving. I don't have any exact details to give you because I do want to be private about a couple of things, and also I have some stuff that are like some final details I need to work out. But yeah, I'm going to be moving, specifically in the next couple of weeks. This is not a like, oh, I'm moving in like a month or two kind of thing. Nope, I am moving hopefully January 17th, or about that period. That's not actually when I'm going to be moving in, but that's when I'm going to be driving across the country to where I need to go. And then hopefully having things settled sometime around January 20th. It'll depend on things because for all I know, I can move there, I can apply for whatever, and then like they go, oh, actually, no, we don't accept, and I have to go do some other shit. So we'll see what happens with that. But I am going to be trying to have everything packed by January 13th and shipped out by January 13th. And it's going to be an interesting time. Now, because of this move, it does mean that things will be a little bit on the lower side because, well, it's hard to record and post content when I'm either on the move or literally not having a house. But I'm going to try and get a bunch of stuff done over the next few days. Specifically, I'm going to be trying to finish up Final Fantasy 15. I'm just going to be doing a whole bunch of streams of that. And then after I'm done with that, we're going to try and get back into Pokemon Sun. That will resume and try and be like one video a day. I want to go back to 2 videos a day with Pokemon Sun, but, you know, I'm moving. So I have to be realistic with what I actually have. And so that means videos will be on the lower side. But for me, that does mean it'll still be at least 3 videos a day. I'm hoping for 5 videos a day throughout the duration of the next like 3 to 4 weeks of me moving, but it'll depend on what I can actually get. There's a lot of stuff I have to do, not recording-wise. You know, obviously there's the packing, but I also have to make sure that my car is going to be okay for the trip. And so that means getting it checked out, getting all the things swapped out, getting new tires, so that way I'm not just using a bunch of, like, 5 to 6-year-old tires while I go thousands of miles. Gonna need to get that stuff done, and that means there's gonna be some days where I just go, nope, no recording today. Just real life stuff. Just real life getting things done, packing, getting the car checked out, registering stuff. Last night I spent like hours looking at insurances, and that was fucking, oh my god. Being an adult is both exciting and also really, really fucking daunting. It is. Holy shit. You go, oh man, I can't wait to move, and then you look at insurance and goes, wow, my money's going away, isn't it? But I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty excited about this move, and when we actually are fully moved, I'll give a little bit more information on things and like the state that I'll be in. But for now, I think I'm ready to kind of move on to the next bit of this update video. Now, this next bit will actually kind of be rehashing a little bit on the first part. A bit more because I'm unorganized. But in terms of stuff, because people always ask and they go, where is this? Where is that? When are you going to be doing this? I don't know for most of those. I still want to do Starbound. I still want to do Civilization. I still want to do all these other things, Gears of War, and, you know, all those DLCs for not Final Fantasy, Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, and yeah, I probably will do the DLCs for Final Fantasy 15 as well. But I'm moving, so please do bear with me in that regard. I am sorry that we keep on delaying stuff. Like, I have all these expectations because I know how much I can record if I don't get interrupted, because I know I can go, oh hey, a 50-hour game done in a week. But that hasn't been happening because like what will end up happening is I'll get 15 to 20 hours recorded in 1 week, and then a bunch of shit will happen and I can't record for 2 to 3 weeks. And that keeps happening over and over and over again for almost every other big game that comes out. And I don't think that's going to change because with all the stuff that's coming out, it's going to still be a pretty busy time. I mean, we have Resident Evil 7 coming out. January 24th. We have Nier Automata, I think, coming out in February, as well as Halo Wars. And that means I'm going to be trying to do Halo Wars 1 and the original Nier. We have Horizon Zero Dawn coming out in February as well, I think. Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't know why I said Mars. Mass Effect Andromeda is going to be coming out in March. We have a whole lot of other things. Routine. Gosh. We have a lot on our plate, and I will be trying to do a lot of those. I did want to try and update my spreadsheet of games that I'm going to be trying to get to, but I didn't. I just, I focus on editing and then hanging out with the girlfriend more than I said, yeah, I want to work on a spreadsheet, So, we have a lot of things I'm going to be trying to do, then hopefully we'll get to them eventually, but if we don't, just forgive me. But I'm excited. I'm excited. This year will be one of hopefully a lot of change. But before we talk about change, let's talk about the last year. Now, 2016 was obviously kind of a mixed bag. It was very much all over the place no matter who you were, right? I mean, every year is kind of like that, but man, a lot of famous people died. Politics went all over the goddamn place. Like, literally both of the presidential candidates had just, like, shit on both of them to talk about. That's just like, oh, why are we doing this again? And so 2017 through all these other years will be interesting, but for me, at least, it wasn't too bad. Obviously, we didn't get a chance to finish as much as I wanted to, but when I looked back at my playlist of games, which still did end up playing a ton of things. A lot, like at least 70% of the AAA games that came out, and the ones that we've missed, we'll be getting to it. But yeah, no, 2016, it was alright, and we hit a lot of good milestones. We hit 250,000 subscribers. We got over 100 million views. And that's crazy stuff, that it's really crazy. And so, even if nothing like super dramatic happened, like in 2014, I got to go to like a Microsoft party and see some celebrities in person. Went to a bunch of conventions and things like that. Got branded deals in 2015. Didn't really have as much of that in 2016, but that's fine because you know what? 2016, I feel, is a year that was building up to me moving in 2017. Mostly because I was planning on moving, like, way back in May. Like, I knew back in May that I'd be trying to move sometime in this period of 2017. I was like, I'm going to be moving either in February or March. Now I'm moving in January. So, you know what? That 2016 had it going for me on that regard. But yeah, no, it was interesting. We had a lot of fun games. Also, a couple of disappointments. Obviously, there was No Man's Sky as, like, the biggest disappointment of the year. Although, a lot of people are, like, very vitriol about it. For me, it was like alright, hopefully it'll get better. It was an indie game, but I knew so many people were like, oh my god, Hello Games are, like, the worst people in the world. Oh, I hope for so much from this tiny indie game studio because they had good advertisements. And I'm like, yeah, well, me too, but damn, you don't have to fucking hate the guys. It's, they weren't legitimately trying to, like, run away with the money. They're still updating the game, and you know what? I have to give props on them for that, and maybe in the future I'll play more No Man's Sky, but for now, we're generally pretty good. But yeah, no, 2016 wasn't too bad in the world of gaming and in the world for me. I was gonna say YouTube, but no, YouTube kind of got bad as well. There was a lot of fucking drama. Thankfully, I didn't get involved in any of that shit, but man, there was shit tons of drama, people falling out with each other, and just, like, accusations of so many kinds of wrong things, some of which ended up being true, and that's fucked up. People don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube's algorithms and things like that anymore. For me, personally, I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna keep trying to post content for you guys, and hopefully I can get stuff done. Now, that does kind of bring up the point of New Year's resolution. One of my New Year's resolutions for 2016 was to hit 9,000 videos. We didn't hit that. We are, as of me recording this, we are at 8,896 videos, as of me recording this. And so that means we're, like, about 110-ish away from 9,000. We almost got there. We almost got there. If it hadn't been for some of the delays and some of the, like, periods of times of, like, going away on trips or, like, sitting there trying to plan stuff out, I probably could have hit 9,000, but whatever. We got 95+% of the way there. Somebody said it was 97% of the way. So I'm happy about that. In terms of other New Year's resolutions, I didn't get healthy, that's for sure. That's kind of like the constant New Year's resolution for like everybody, get healthy. That didn't happen for me, but I'm hoping that in 2017 that will change because, well, I'll be in a completely different place, and so I'll have to kind of adopt a completely different lifestyle, right? Like in the place that I currently live, I have like 15 different kinds of fast food choices literally 5 minutes away from me in just so many different directions. I can just get McDonald's, Wendy's, I can get Outback, I can get IHOP, I can get Waffle House, I can get In-N-Out, I can get just tons and tons and tons of things, Whataburger, and in Sonic. I'm just trying to think of like all the places that are near me, and it hasn't helped me out in terms of weight. And I also just haven't been to like I'm never in walking distance of like a decent food place either. So I'm hoping in 2017 when I've moved, there just will be a lot less options for me because either I just won't know the place or there just won't be as many fast food places, and then I'll just say, hey, all right, you know what? Eat at home, eat healthy at home, maybe exercise a little bit, and that's gonna be my 2017 goal. Move successfully and change up the lifestyle a little bit because of it. If there was one goal that I did hit, I got a third computer. It was one I completely forgot about. It was a 2016 resolution, but I have it listed. I wrote it down in a notepad, and at the very bottom of it, it just says in parentheses, maybe get third computer to help with videos, and lo and behold, I got a third computer to help with videos, and it hasn't helped too much just yet because I've been all over the place. I've been moving and doing all this other stuff, but hopefully when I'm back and settled down wherever I end up, having 3 computers will help me really keep things steady. Also having a better internet. The place I'm moving is going to have significantly better internet options. To the point that, like, beforehand, like right now, if I upload a 30-minute video, it takes me 30 minutes to upload it. 30 to 60 minutes, depending on, like, how my fucking speed is feeling that day. But with my new internet, that could go down to, like, 5 to 10 minutes per video, and God, that'd be nice. I'd still have to fucking render them out, but uploading in 5 to 10 minutes? Oh my God, maybe even 1 to 5 minutes? Oh my God. I'm excited about 2017, guys. I really am. Even if I've kind of been all over this place. I wrote out like a script for like what I wanted to talk about, and like from the first second, I've completely gone off basis. So I don't even know where I am anymore. But yeah, I'm excited for 2017 and all the games that are going to be coming out. Mass Effect Andromeda, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, even just like the Nintendo Switch in general. Woo! It'll be fun. But I guess kind of moving back to 2016, some people have expected me to talk about my game of the year for 2016. And that one's always kind of a hard one for me sometimes because I don't always get to every single game. And I feel like if I don't get to every single game that came out in a year that I care about, it's a little harder to go, yep, that was my favorite game. Because say like The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 was my game of the year for 2013. If I didn't get a chance to play it, and I played it in 2014, well then my answer for Game of the Year would have been different, and it would have been disingenuous. I would have been like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 5 is my Game of the Year for 2013. And then 2014, I would have been like, oh, actually I changed my mind. Right, and I hate doing that. But with that said, I will say, I think I'm pretty confident in what I can say, and that is definitely Overwatch. That is, I have almost 300 videos of Overwatch. If it wasn't obvious that I really like the game, then oops, I didn't make that clear enough. But yeah, Overwatch is definitely one of my favorite games of this year. I guess technically for some people who got in the beta last year, it would have been their favorite game for last year as well. But 2016 in Overwatch, I enjoyed it quite a lot. In fact, just in general, like I tried to type up a list of games and try to like rank them against each other. And honestly, 2016 had a lot of really good titles. Like just from AAA games to even indie games, a lot of them were either decent or good or great. I didn't really have a lot of just bad titles that made me go, oh, I hate them. None of them really fell below, yeah, right? We had XCOM 2, we had Uncharted 4, Doom, Hyper Light Drifter, Dark Souls 3, Quantum Break, Oxenfree, Starbound, Final Fantasy 15, Civilization 6, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Dishonored 2, even Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Titanfall 2 ended up being pretty decent. So yeah, that is, it was alright. I think if I had to make a second game of the year kind of thing, I'd probably end up having to go for The Last Guardian, because that was a treat for me. That one, I didn't expect to like the game. I knew I was gonna like the game because I'm a fan of animals and things like that. So I was like, oh yeah, fucking I'm guiding an animal around, it'll be great. But I didn't expect to like it as much as I did by the end. So that was great. The music was fantastic. Visuals, I really liked it. And just being able to interact with Trico, it was funny because like I played Eco, and Eco was pretty much the same thing. Guide a person around and hope for the best. Whereas in The Last Guardian, it was guide an animal around and hope for the best, kind of. That's oversimplifying it by a lot, but it worked out a lot better in The Last Guardian, in my opinion. Sorry for the people who like Eco, and I had a good time. So there's that. Overwatch and The Last Guardian definitely up there as some of my favorite games of 2016, which is a hard list to say because there's just a ton of other things. Again, XCOM 2, Uncharted 4, Doom, come on, it was a hard choice. But I had fun. Even if I missed a bunch of stuff, we still have to get to Gears 4, which we'll hopefully get to in the next couple of months. Probably Watch Dogs 2. A lot of people have been saying that it's decent, or at least better than Watch Dogs 1. That's not really too hard, but that does have me go, oh, I gotta figure that out. And then we still have to finish Final Fantasy 15 and Pokemon Sun, so I can't even fully judge those just yet. But we had a decent time in 2016. I'm looking forward to all the stuff coming out in 2017. I mean, we have so many things. Obviously, the games I mentioned, but even just like console-wise, we have the Nintendo Switch, we have the Project Scorpio from Xbox, we have the PlayStation thing as well. We have no full idea what they're going to be like. We've gotten some information, but I want to see what exactly is going to end up happening. I am more than happy to have, like, better performing consoles, because it means we'll get better performing games, or just better looking games in general. It's nice when the consoles are keeping up a little bit more with the progression of technology, right? But yeah, no. 2016 was a pretty mixed year. A lot of bad things happened in the world. A lot of good things happened in the world. For me personally, even if I didn't hit too many of my goals, we hit a lot of other things. We hit a lot of other marks. Again, we hit 250,000 subscribers, and that's great. That's really, like, I didn't expect that, really, because we hit 100,000 in 2015. And to get another 100,000 or 150,000 in between 2015 and 2016 was just like, oh shit, that's awesome, right? A lot of people, there are a few people who try to say that my channel is doing bad, and they're just completely misinformed and also very, very ignorant about what a channel looks like, or they just have a gross idea of what a successful channel looks like. And I think that I'm doing all right, you know? Yeah, my videos aren't getting literally 50 to hundreds of thousands of views per video, but that doesn't matter. I put out tons of videos. I put out hundreds of videos a month. A fucking successful channel will go, oh yeah, I put out 10 videos this month. It was so much work. But I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, here's 100 to 200 to 300 videos. And a lot of those same channels will end up getting just like equivalent views. And so that's fine with me. I'm getting anywhere between 2 to 3 million views a month, and that gets me money. That gets me enough money that I can sit here and legitimately move in this coming time. And for people to say that my channel is dying with that, you're just wrong. You're just flat out wrong. The only thing that you can be correct in saying is your video has less views than this other person's channel. Then yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. But it doesn't matter. I fit, I think, well in the niche that I fill, and I like putting out Let's Plays for you guys. You know, now with that said, there will probably be a couple of changes over the course of this next year. I'm hoping to kind of schedule things out a little bit more in advance and a little bit better. This year and the year beforehand, we had so many open world games coming out, just like 30 to 50 to 60 hour games. Witcher 2 was like over 100 hours, and it's got fucking DLCs that are going to be 40 to 60 hours that I have to get to eventually. And whenever I have to play those games, I either get through them like super quickly, or something happens, or a bunch of things happen, and it ends up taking me months. And I'm getting a little personally frustrated with that. I like when I can sit there and play a game, beat it within 1 or 2 weeks, and then have it all posted within 1 or 2 weeks. I don't like having to sit here and draw things out for months, but I think I'm gonna have to start kind of getting into the idea that that's probably what I should be doing. Not really for like the sake of like growing a channel, but for the sake of just like not like stringing myself out too much, because doing 5 to 10 videos a day in a period of time where I'm moving or going on trips and stuff. It's been a bit rough. It's been a bit rough, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to do things. Obviously, the schedule changes. I'm also hoping to do maybe a couple of different kinds of videos this year. We will see. I'm never going to change from being a Let's Play channel. I can say that 100% with confidence. I like doing Let's Plays a lot. And so that's not going to be changing too much. But there might be a couple of things where I go, oh, you know what? Here's this kind of video where I check out this thing in a little bit more detail, or a little bit more of a, like, everything confined in one. Maybe I'll edit down something into just one video while still posting the rest of it in its own little separate series. There's a lot of options out there in YouTube, and I just kind of have to figure myself out in that. In regards to, like, other stuff, I guess not relating to health or my channel, I do also want to hopefully in 2017 get a little bit better at art. I tried to get into art like 2 years ago, and I just wasn't prepared for it. Like, I threw myself into trying to, like, use a tablet and do all this other stuff while still also trying to maintain my channel, and that didn't work out too well. So this time around, while I will probably still be trying to maintain my channel more than anything, I'm gonna hopefully try and be a little bit more dedicated with trying to get better. If I can go from not being able to draw a straight line to being able to draw a straight line, 2017 goal accomplished, right? If I can draw something a little bit representable about what I'm trying to, like, convey, that'd be nice. I think it'd be a good skill to develop rather than just always being like, I play video games and that's all I do. It'd be nice to do art too. But 2017 will be interesting. And obviously, again, the biggest thing will be moving. I'm really excited for that, even if the next couple of weeks are going to be hell for productivity. Just, I have so much stuff to pack, so many things to prepare, so many things to, like, be aware of that I don't even know yet. Gotta get insurances and all this other stuff settled. And then finally I have to make, you know, a 1,000-mile trek with all my stuff, or at least a good chunk of my stuff, while the other stuff gets shipped down. Hope that nothing gets broken on the transit over. And, ooh. But I'm excited, and I'm happy. I'm really happy with where I am. I might not be, you know, a 15 million subscriber channel, making just, like, ridiculous sums of money, but I'm making enough that I can move and feed myself, which is great. I think that's great, and you know what? That is all because of all of you. All of you guys, all of you gals, watching my videos consistently. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I kind of went back and I looked at some older videos, just so that way I could have still, like, a kind of frame of reference for some things I was wondering about. And I saw quite a few of you guys from those comment sections still around to this day, and that's just, like, mind-boggling. People who've been around for 3 to 4 to 5 years. And I've been doing this for, like, what, 7 years now? 8 years? Holy shit, right? And that's crazy. So I'm glad to keep on trying to, like, advance the journey, and I think this is the biggest step that I've made in my life over the course of this channel. You know, besides making a whole nother channel and going to GaLm HD. Besides that, this will be the next big step, and maybe cool things will happen from it. But we're going to end off this update video before it ends up being too long. I also kind of rambled a whole bunch, and I've lost my place. I think there might have been some information that I missed in saying, but yep, I'm going to be moving. Videos will be on the lower side for a little bit, but you know what? That's fine, because I think that's a little bit acceptable. But I will try to get as much as I can for Final Fantasy 15 and Pokemon Sun. And if I end up finishing those faster than I anticipate, I'll also try and record maybe some other shorter Let's Plays of really short games. So that way I have just more content in general. And then maybe we'll see what happens as well with moving. I'll try and make it so that I might be able to, like, record on my laptop as well. Because, I mean, it's got good specs. So if I, like, record with Shadowplay and plug in my mic, I could probably play some, like, lower intense games while I'm not really on the move, but, like, say, oh, I get the house settled, or we apply, but I have to kind of, like, wait for a response for 2 days. I might use that time to record something. I don't know. But before I hypothesize too much, thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for sticking with me in 2016, or even subscribing to me in 2016. I'm hoping for a lot of great things to happen, and I'm excited. I keep on saying it, but I'm really excited with the things to come. Even if it's a whole lot of stressful stuff coming along the way, oh well, you take the good with the bad, and sometimes you get something great. So thank you guys for listening to this video. I will see you guys later.